Good morning, everyone. Day 57, and we are walking out of the town of Medart. We took a zero yesterday on day 56, so the end of the day 55, we got into town. We took the reroute to the blue route because of trail closure. We're still on that reroute right now for a little bit more, but that took us right to the south end of town, and right across the street when we got into town was a little food truck, and we stopped there to grab a quick bite to eat. And in doing so, while waiting for our food, we saw that the storms were coming through in about 45 minutes, and we still had about a mile to walk up to our hotel. So we quick grabbed our food and made a beeline to the hotel. So we didn't really, we were kind of rushed at the end of the day. You know, we don't always do wrap-ups anyway when we get into town. So that's what happened. Hands were full of food and everything. So it was, didn't really get any video after that. Did take a little bit of video of the resupply, which we can talk about later tonight. But today, looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. The next stretch looks like it's rain free, 80, 81 degrees. And we're not really sure what the trail conditions are going to be like. We're hearing some mixed things, and we have some mixed feelings about what's forward. Just because it's normally a wet section anyway. It's the Bradwell?
Yes.
Bradwell Bay area
Sopchoppy.
and the Sopchoppy River. We were pretty confident that it's at a higher water stage just because of all of the rain that's been coming through the last couple of weeks. It seems like every few days there's a line of storms. So there's likely to be a lot of road walking in the next couple of days to get around some of those sections. So we'll see how that goes. We're going to play it by ear pretty much each day. We do have plans to get around everything at this point. But today we've got a short day of about 14 miles or so to stop at a campsite to kind of set us up for getting around some of those wet sections, those flooded sections. So we're not going tremendously far today. We're just road walking the blue line. I'll turn it around here for you. Just road walking this remainder of this blue line here to take us back down to the Florida Trail due to a closure that looks like it's probably been in place for a couple of years, I think. So that's what we're doing now. We should reconnect in, I don't know, maybe a mile or so, or a little less. So we'll pick up there. Hope you're having a great day, and we'll talk to you shortly. Okay, so right up there is the road that we just walked down to come out of town. There is the trail does not connect to the road, so you just have to kind of jump across. This is the Florida Trail going back south. If you look really hard, 0.8 miles down there, you can see the 800-mile mark of the trail. So we are now headed northbound again on the Florida Trail. It is 9:28 a.m. and about 2.2 miles in is where we reconnected with the trail. Somebody left some trail magic hanging on a tree next to the trail. I'll find out what's in it. Looks maybe some snacks.
Oh, a dry bag. Oh, there's actually like dinners.
Oh my, like mountain house kind of stuff.
Yeah. But it's better than Mountain House.
Oh, yes, it is.
It's the trek and eat.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow, very nice.
Yeah, there's 4 of them. I don't know what they were for, but that's pretty awesome, actually.
Yeah. Very nice.
It is.
Well, we're full up on food, so not going to take any, but appreciate
chicken and curry rice.
Yeah. Cool.
Yep.
Bent sapling camp. Not a whole lot of space here, but enough. Looks like there might be a little bit more back there behind the palmetto. But yeah, that's the extent of it right there. No water here. There was some back on the road just a couple minutes ago, but I don't know that that's something that you really want to drink. All right, here we are with a day wrap up. So let's start that over. All right, here we are with the wrap up for day 57 on the Florida Trail. Shorter day today, 13 and a half miles, something like that. That was kind of door to door from our hotel in Medart to the camp where we are now. We started out with about a mile walk just out of town to get back to the Blue Blaze, and then about 1.3, I think Far Out says, to get down the Blue Blaze back to the trail. So, or back to the red line. Yeah, the Florida Trail. So there is a closure south of Medart, and it is a couple of miles long. And so we took the Blue Blaze up and around, which worked out pretty well, actually. Took us right to town.
Yeah, it was closer
so yeah, so that worked out well. So really quickly, town.
Town had everything that we needed. We
Yeah.
had the hotel, and the hotel had laundry.
Yes,
That's
and a
always
shower.
a bonus.
Those are the two
Now,
things.
yes, but the laundry is not always a thing.
Right.
There were 3 different places that we could have gone to resupply.
We did go.
We did go,
Yeah.
yes. But yeah, so we got
Yeah.
substantial resupply.
Dollar General, which looks like it's a little bit older, but it was actually quite good. I mean, they were light on
It was
stock.
typical.
Yeah.
It was your typical Dollar General.
I think they were light on stock while we were there, but they had, I mean, what you could tell what they had was probably what hikers would need
It's
for the
usually
most
what
part.
they
So
have,
yeah,
yes.
it's normal stuff. And across the street, the Circle K, very friendly there.
Yes.
The people were friendly at all 3 places.
Yes.
And that was pretty decent for chips and candy and those types of things. For
Right, but we were also able to do some town food-esque kind of things
Yes.
there too.
Yeah, they do have some hot food.
They had hummus and
Yeah.
some fresh fruit and different things like that.
And pizza.
High-end juices and things. So
Right.
that was nice.
All around. So that was good. And right next door to the Circle K is Rocky's. Again, it's a grocery store, but it has more. It has some. What am I trying to say? Like
It's not a grocery store.
I mean, no, sorry, not a grocery store. A gas station.
It's a gas station.
Gas station. That's what I meant to say. But they have some like
souvenirs and
yeah,
hats
yeah,
and T-shirts
right.
and things like that.
touristy
so.
stuff, yeah, and some fishing and that kind of stuff.
It's
But they
like a
also,
catch-all.
yeah, also had some food. So yeah, between the 3, we were able to get what we wanted and everything. So it was good stop. Anyway, back to today.
Hot.
Yeah, it's only supposed to be like 80, 81 degrees.
Yeah, the sun
But,
is just
Yeah.
baking. It's killer. It's still warm.
Yeah.
And it's like, what, 6:30-ish
Yeah,
right now?
and it's very humid.
Yeah.
Very
There's
humid.
no air movement. Every now and then we get some
Yeah,
breeze. But,
still a good breeze here and there. Yeah.
and we are sitting inside the tent.
Yes, which doesn't help with with staying
Air
cooler.
movement, right.
However, the reason we are at we are now in the
Stop choppy.
Sop Choppy River. So this is the Sop Choppy River camp. we are in the
That's what it is.
Apalachicola National Forest
yes.
now. But yes, the Sopchoppy River is 0.1 away from us. We went up there, got water and everything from that. But the reason we're in the tent, just to go back to that, is because this site is.
I don't know. It's all of it.
This
I
area.
think. Yeah, this area. It's the ticks.
The ticks are
just
amazing.
and they're all different sizes.
Yeah. We got in here there, and I'll show you. There's a fire ring and benches out here, and we sat down just for a couple of minutes when we first got here, and all of a sudden we're like, there's ticks all over us. And
it could have been from hiking in there now, just kind of moving up from our shoes and that type of thing.
Right.
But they were pretty prevalent.
But since then, we've gotten a lot.
Yes, we have.
And they're crawling on the tent, and you find them on gear and things like that. So they're everywhere. So if you're going to stay here, just beware. But as you're walking through this area, beware. Check for ticks.
Be careful, yeah.
Yeah, be very careful. Lots of them. So anyway, but otherwise, it was kind of just a day in the woods today.
Yeah,
for the most part.
The trailer was actually really
nice.
It was drier than I expected it to be as well.
Yeah.
There were some parts that are kind of saturated and mucky, but not anything. My shoes are dry for the most part.
Yeah, there was a name for that area, Bayhead. I think Bayhead Swamp.
Yeah.
So there are two icons and far out for that, and that section did get a little swampy. It was more like really wet moss.
Yes.
Is kind of what it was like.
It was mud. There was
and some mud. Yeah. So anyway, it was fine. We were able to kind of get around it. Yeah, like you said, keep our feet pretty much dry. So yeah, we're camping here tonight, and it was a little bit shorter day, so we kind of took our time getting out of the hotel. Got here.
Then we're hiking in the heat.
Yes, and then we're hiking in the heat.
That's
so
the trade-off.
But moving forward, so let's talk really quickly about tomorrow. Tomorrow we're supposed to head up all along the Sopchoppy River, which then it kind of loops up and around, and when it gets down to here, then you go across, and going across is Bradwell Bay. Which notorious, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like 5 miles.
It is, I think, 5 miles.
Yeah. And there's a parking lot or something on either end of it to kind of mark the ends. But it is apparently a really beautiful section. Very help me with the words here. It's like an ancient forest kind of thing. It wasn't logged ever, I think. And there's pitcher plants
and hardwood trees, and it's supposed to be amazing.
Very unique. But in addition to that, all the comments are waist deep mud, mud hole pockets under the mud. Possibly like
swamp.
Chest deep water in places, particularly the Monkey River.
Monkey River is supposed to be.
Yeah, supposed to be. Yeah. So the Sopchoppy itself is low right now. It's only it's not very high as far as flood stage. It's not even near flood stage, but that section is. So what we're going to do is basically, the moral of the story is we're going to skip it.
Yeah, we are.
Right?
I hate to do that. However,
yes.
For us, I think it's better as a day hike.
It's a day,
than taking our 30-pound packs through it. Yes, and we're heavy with food right now. Yes. Yeah. So
people are talking about going half a mile an hour and just coming out on the other side, just caked in. You're going to be caked in mud, and soaking wet. So at any rate, so what we're going to do, there are a series of roads that we can take to kind of get us down and around the south end of it and come back up right on the other side. So that's what we're going to do tomorrow. So it's right up the trail. So because we're going to be on roads, we're going to start hiking in the dark. Right?
Yes.
We're going to just try to get away from some heat, at least for a while.
It's worth it to just wake up and hike out.
Yep. So,
super early.
Yeah, because it's still warm right now, and we're getting ready to go to bed.
I think it's mid-60s overnight. It doesn't really cool down.
It's not cooling off.
No.
Yep. So that's the plan for tomorrow. So you might see a little bit of video at the in the dark. But it'll be sunrise. Yeah, and we'll be out a couple of miles in at that point by the time we really get any video or anything. So we will we'll catch you then. So all right, anything else?
I don't think so.
All right, so that's the end of day 57, and we will talk to you tomorrow. Have a good night. Okay, here we are at the Sopchoppy River camp for the night. Small little spot here, but it's a nice spot. Got campfire ring again, a couple of benches. There are some like carpenter bees or something busy around the benches, but they don't bother anything. And there we are. There's the tent. There is some space back here for a couple more tents if necessary. And if you continue on northbound right up the trail there, about point 1, the Sopchoppy River is just off to the left, right back through the trees there. So we will we'll see that tomorrow. I'm not sure if you will or not, just because it'll be dark. But that's us for the night. So, and we're getting yelled at by a red-shouldered hawk. All right, have a good night.